What's going on, guys? We are in the garage today. We got one of the final pieces of the puzzle for this girl right here. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. We waited about 10 weeks, guys, but finally the wait is over. We got our freaking exhaust in. It was actually in yesterday, but I got home late from work, so no time to install it. But today we are going to install it. Huge shout out and thank you to HMF. Super pumped to be working with them again for 2022. It's been maybe this is the 5th or 6th season now I've been working with them. Awesome company, guys. Check them out. I'll leave all the info in the description. We also got a second exhaust for the Yamaha rebuild. We will show you that ready. We will show you that when we're ready to do the rebuild and that, but you've seen that on the Yamaha before. I will post the last video I did on that up there somewhere. Check it out, but we will do another one once we get this build going. But today we're focusing on this girl, so we will give you a sound clip of the Yoshi. So this right now has the Yoshi slip-on, which I mean, it sounds pretty good, but I'm sure most of you guys have heard the HMFs, and these things sound the best. Such a good tone. It's a dual exhaust, so there'll be two pipes that kind of go on an angle, like 1, 2. They're a little smaller, but they are all blacked out, which is cool, so it's going to fit the theme of this machine really well. So let's get this opened up. There's the exhaust and all the hardware. Now we'll do a sound clip first. We'll do a sound clip on that, and then we'll remove this one. Alright guys, so we took the intrusion bar off. You guys saw the install video on that, so I'm not going to do that again. That was just the 2 bolts up here, and then the bolt that goes through the differential in the frame. That just comes out nice and easy. We will have to remove this back section to get this out, and maybe the rear shock, it says, to get the header out. So we'll start with all this stuff first. I think we just got to remove the top section of it. Or maybe the bottom too, I don't know. I think it said the whole, section. Let's see. We do have a new one of these, but it's getting powder coated. So we should get that stuff hopefully in a few weeks. And then we are waiting for graphics and a seat cover, and I think that is it. So definitely awesome. All right, then there's the four Torx bolts on top of this thing we have to remove. So we'll undo these. Definitely a little more involved than the YFZ, but it's all good. So this thing actually had like an ECU relocation kit for the Yoshi, so that can actually go back to the stock location. I'll show you guys. So see, this is an actual ECU relocation kit because it belongs there, so it can go back there, which is good. So we'll get rid of that too. This is a little more involved versus the YFZ, obviously. Much bigger machine. Lots more parts in this thing, but so far this is pretty simple. So this will have to go with the exhaust. Got a nut on the end. Let's see what size that is. That's 12 also. Definitely gonna take this all out. There's those things. All right, so that should be enough. Oh yeah, so we got that out. Here we have it with no exhaust, so I think they give you some heat tape for that, for the gas tank. That is the gas tank right there. So we'll put that in. They do show you a little picture of that. Directions are actually pretty good. All right, so that's that. That's pretty easy. That's the bracket for that. So we got these two brackets that have to get installed. So this is definitely, we're definitely good on this thing. So I'm gonna put these back in. These can get tightened back up. I'm gonna leave them loose just until I get those other parts in. So these brackets go under here, like that. One like that, and one like that. That looks about right. Tighten these up. Alright, so we have a clamp that's going to go on to this guy, like that. I'm going to assume that this goes like this. And so I'm going to assume that goes, that's a 12. So that's snug, I can still twist it. So we'll leave that like that. So lower silencer is the first one. Oh man. So I see, I'm gonna put this heat tape right on this. That's gonna go like that. Just check the picture one more time. It's basically saying we got the heat tape in there. All right, so now we can do the top silencer. That's what these brackets are on top for. Pretty sure I got this right. It's gotta go that way. Go a little more in. Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so that lines up. I'm guessing that's the two of the shorter nuts and bolts. Says just put everything on here loosely for now, probably so we can get everything kind of lined up. There's two. Ooh, it looks good, it looks good. All right, so there's that one. All right, so now we can put the lower rails back on. I don't want this thing to, I need something to hold this thing because it keeps flopping. I can go like this maybe. Alright, so we got our rails we gotta put back in. First, and it will hold this exhaust for me. So this can go like that. Alright, so that can hold that. Get this one in. Those are in, we'll get this bolted back up just loosely. These bolts are so friggin' long on this. Alright, when we get the lower one in, these guys. I'll tell you, so far, everything lines up really, really good. So, no complaints. As far as fitment goes, I know this upper grab bar is bent a little bit, but I think it's more in this area, so I don't think it's affecting the exhaust at all. Alright, so now it looks like we got these for that one. There's that one. Oh yeah, it's looking good. The HMF is looking good. Freaking love it. Blacked out. Can't wait to get the graphics for this thing. so everything lines up beautifully, which is nice. All right, so I'm pretty sure we can tighten her all down. So this isn't the ECU, this is actually the stator. So this, before I do that though, I will tighten these top 2 bolts. Yeah, my mistake, it's not the ECU. The ECU is up under the seat, I think. That is the stator. Realize that when you see the wires going into it. Okay, so those top ones are locked down. I'm gonna lock down the luggage rack clamps, which I think I already did, but I'll just check them again. Those are good. Silencer. Then we need to get those tightened up there, which is going to be tricky. Do like 2 wrenches. I will say so far, this is probably the hardest part. Just getting in here is not very fun. Like, this side is a little easier. Not much though, but still, so far overall, this exhaust is pretty easy to put in. I don't know if these are the right ones or not. These look kind of small at this. Oh, all right, never mind. I'm just an idiot. They were like jammed up inside one another. So we gotta get these springs on. There's one. I need one of the hook tools for this, but this is gonna have to do for now. That was one, not bad. Not bad. All right, we got one on the bottom to do. We gotta kind of turn them. So they were stuck like that. I'm like, there's no way that that's gonna stretch, but when you move them around a little bit, they end up stretching just fine. This one. Oh shit! That one slipped. Punched me into myself in the face. I gotta get one of those hook tools because this sucks, that's for sure. Darn it, right there. Whew. All right, we need to tighten the mid pipe right there. That is a 12, so that just barely fits in there. She looks good. I like the black. The blacked out look is my favorite. Ooh, this thing is really messed up. All right, so that one, we'll hold it. We will have to get a crowbar. Not good at all. If you're watching this build, you can really see how messed up this thing is. It is really messed up. Gotta get ready with the other bolt. Oh, okay, we got it. Boom. Not bad. That wasn't too bad. She is crooked. Tighten up that lower bolt, and that is a wrap. We will fix the stator after. I'm gonna re-drill that bracket so it's up more. All right, guys. We just drilled 2 new holes. You can see it's up now. Lots of clearance under that. So that was the original hole right there. So we just moved it up. There was a hole up there. We just drilled that out and we nut and bolted it. So that is good to go. So now it's sound clip time. I'm gonna open up the door, fire this bad boy up. All right, guys, that is a wrap. We'll show you the pipe one last time. All completed. It looks freaking sweet. It looks sweet. It looks so friggin' sweet. Once we clean up that, we get the new intrusion bar, and then this will be yellow, so it definitely will look nice. But this thing looks awesome. Once again, huge thanks to HMF. Blacked out pipe. Goes right to the mid pipe right there. You got the Y pipe, the 2 springs. So this thing was actually pretty easy to install. I would say the hardest part was those 2 bolts up there for the upper pipe. That's a little tricky to get in, but you can get in there. There's a lot of room in this area, so you can see it right there. So that one and that one. But everything else was really easy once you take these lower rails off. So definitely wasn't bad at all. Obviously the Yamahas are a lot easier because they're wide open, but this wasn't bad at all. I was actually hoping, I let it run for like 10 minutes. I was hoping to get a little smoke show for you guys, you know, when the oils burn off, but no smoke show. Maybe it's not hot enough, I don't know, but next time I ride it, I'll make sure to have the camera ready. Maybe we'll get it. I know on the Yamaha it always does it, so maybe because it's a bigger pipe, I'm not really sure, but I was hoping for that. We had a little bit of a burn off on the header, but that wasn't crazy. But usually once you run it and shut it down, the pipes will smoke for a little bit. It definitely looks cool. So I have to say I'm a little bummed about that, but maybe it's just because it wasn't hot enough, but not a big deal. So that's the end of this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give me a thumbs up in this video. That helps me a ton. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think. And if you're not yet, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.